Aloha kakayaka, good morning and welcome to Pipeline. Jordy Smith already prepped and ready to go, and looks like Kelly racing down to the marshalling area to say a big good morning to Kimo and Jordy, shaking hands and preparing for round one. Already everything in motion to kick off the opening day of the main event.
A good way to start, and Kelly Slater up and in. A quick little wave for him.
Everyone wants to sit in the lineup, all of that sort of stuff you do right at the last minute, and good to see him coming back. Hopefully puts on a good show.
Thank you so much, KP, for your time. We'll send it back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Rosie. It is on. First couple of turns out of the way for Frederico Moraes, the powerhouse from Portugal, really focusing on making a couple of key heats this morning. The high seed in the matchup, who's been putting in a lot of time out here in the last couple of weeks. Smith pulls in under the hood to kick things off. Getting nice and low and punches free from the low road exit. And kicking out with a lot of enthusiasm first thing in the morning.
But he's been putting in the time, Joe, and let's have a look here on the replay. Ducking and weaving. Thought he'd lost it right there, but fought his way out. So great there from Jordan.
And dealing with the pain, standing on it for moments at time in sessions, but then realizing that he had a lot more work to do for recovery to surf at a high level, which he always does. This is Smith now, backside air reverse, just to mix it up a little bit, the conditions we have this morning. Nice vertical finish for the South African. 2 scores will be coming his way.
Joe, looks like Frederico as well has that ankle strapped, as we see Jordy. Little backside reverse, and just putting an extra score. All the score's going to come from, Joe.
This is Frederico Moraes up and out. He's hoping to get into that barrel in the takeoff. Ends up just kicking out down the line. Opening score in for Jordy Smith at a 7.0. Having a look is Jordy Smith. Just up and out. 2.57 on that reverse to back up the 7.0. Has him out in front.
Looks like it's been a little bit more weighted to keep the board in the water.
Good man, Kaipo. Thanks for the update. As we see Kelly through a messy section and getting clamped straight down to the reef. Ross Williams, Shane Dorian all hung out and watched each other get better and better at pipe. Kelly up now. Backside snap incomplete. So still warming up out here. 17:55 to go.
So I kind of like Kelly on a bigger board though for some reason.
This just happened during that little flashback. Kelly going to turn spots, just getting a flow going, making sure he's staying on his feet. There's a competitor in Kelly, just making sure he's got something to work with now.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it's not going to be a big score, but a complete ride, which goes a long way confidence-wise. Got to wrap your head around it, Joe. You've got to be excited about getting out there this morning.
Now sliding in, looking for the barrel is Frederico Moraes. He'll get hung up and sent over the falls. So a tough read there in challenging conditions. Beautiful place, beautiful people.
Wish I had $1 for every airport I went through.
Yeah, here's Jordy. Nice power snap off the top. Holding that bottom turn and a power hack over the roof for that end section.
Yeah, that we are. Big turn here from Jordy Smith coming up, setting it up nicely. Cracks it in the lip, gets that nice release. A little bit off balance coming out of it, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Jordy's so solid on his feet. You can see how he kicks the tail out of the back of the wave there, gets that nice bit of release, gets his weight over that front foot. And just really, that is all feel. I mean, his eyes are shut.
Oh, yeah, he's part of the reef now. This guy has been out here for so long. He knows the waves so well. But you know what? You do have to stay in rhythm. You got to stay surfing. And I think he's just going to start that now. And we'll see him get better and better as the event goes on.
And was Kelly looking at backdoor. Nice deep positioning. Sneaks out the low road and staying on his feet. What a read from the 7-time pipe master. At 0.8, long gone. And the fans are saying, thank goodness my alarm went off this morning so I could have a front row seat to that wave of backdoor from the greatest ever.
Somehow manufactured a barrel, just sneaking out the end of it. And no one does it better, really, at backdoor than Kelly Slater. A late drop, backdoors the section, and then sees it shutting down, so squeaks out, complete ride. 8.57 required, as we see Frederico.
Frederico now setting up a power hack on the backhand. Right into an off the top. He's going straight down. So still counting his first score of a 2.5. Jordy Smith now will take this wave. Big blast off the lip. Snaps it nice and tight and busts the fins out to reverse on the end section.
Jordy Smith realizing Kelly just needing a 4-point ride. Federico